What numbers am I?
Just like a 3-yard.
That one picked. I don't know if you saw anything.
Oh, it crossed the center line by 2 feet.
Yeah, it grabbed at the end.
Yeah. What'd you get on that one? Okay.
See how wide I can go, apparently. That's quick, I would say. There's still a lot of frost when I was cleaning from them.
Yeah, because they didn't sleep at all, right?
Top 8. More add, or should be more?
Nice.
Time for another if you want it.
Yeah, 14.7.
I got the rock if you want to just go.
Thanks.
That ran okay. Yeah.
Room. Well,
Take it like a 422.
well, I did the edge 8 on my first one and it went there, like edge of 4. So my second one I took in, but it's way slower because I hadn't gotten any. So I'm like, I need to be out edge 8, but it's not getting to center line. But
I think that gets close for line though. Like,
yeah, it just, when I took that inside path, it was way slower.
yeah.
So I need to stay out in the wide stuff, but it's not really getting to center line.
Just try to sweep for curl 8.
Yeah. You had a nice weight on yours.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Throw yet. Yeah, I'll try to do something similar to that. Maybe a touch less. Line's similar. Line's good. Need help?
Yep.
Oh, maybe not.
It's close. Sit. Sit. Good throw. Sorry, Andrew.
Good.
I got the exact same long.
Yeah. It's good.
Good throw.
It's hammer.
Good job.
Good work. We'll take it.
I just want to be closer than you.
We're good at that. Do you need help? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, maybe not.
That's good that you came in because I was good at sweeping.
I couldn't tell.
I did need help, judging wise. So the last one I threw was that back 4, right?
Half in the back 4, but I swept it a decent bit. So probably back 4, back button on its own, no sweeping.
Not much of an ad.
Okay. I think it's close then.
Line's okay. Line's okay. Curling in now. Good sweep.
I think that was the difference. Like, I felt like a harder kick, but just less ad and it.
Oh. Wait, what was that? 15-3. Oh, okay, sorry. I did not read that correctly.
Expect it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Just like the ad.
Yeah, I
The
didn't
run is
add.
Nice.
Good curling.
Game, Todd.
Sir?
Good game.
Good curling.
Curling?
Thank you.
You got extra hands? You want us to take that again, or are you nervous? He's so nervous that we're going to use the wrong broom.
I know, he is.
So the my darlings aren't always as loving if things aren't going as well. If you can possibly imagine that with Regan. Just varying degrees of pleasantness. That's it.
I see. Okay. Thanks.
And there you see, as we always do in mixed doubles curling, 2 rocks starting out in play with the center guard and a rock on the back of the forefoot. By virtue of last shot draw, Anderson and Stopera will have hammer for this first end of play. In-turn draw to start things off for Regan, Birr, and Claire. I don't believe you played on this sheet yet because we haven't had your game, so we would know. But
will this afternoon.
Yeah, you'll get a good read on the sheet for when you play. I'm sure that may have factored into your decision to come into the booth today.
Getting intel.
But you'll get the read from us as well, and this is something we've seen consistently right from shot one, that the in-turn going down and the out-turn coming back tends to be a little straighter and a little faster, and there's a little more curl coming off the walkway side. So for that to under-curl and end up going a little bit deep, not a big surprise with what we've seen throughout the course of the tournament. And now, Sarah Anderson.
Yeah, Sarah and Andrew are just also a wonderful team to play. They are so competitive. We actually played them in Colorado to start the season off.
Lots of room.
It's not bad.
In
Tons of room.
the Colorado Curling Cup, and they won. We let them win that one.
They did. That was very kind of you,
kidding.
too. That's nice hospitality from the home team. As you mentioned, the national runners-up from last year. That's how they qualified for this event. By virtue of that finish in the 2023 Nationals.
T-line.
For Todd and Regan.
Yep. Whoa.
They qualified through their points on tour throughout the mixed doubles season.
Back 8.
In turn, come around here from Todd. Looking to bounce this rock back behind the tee. That'll do just fine.
We can go this way again.
You mentioned that win in the Colorado Curling Cup, Claire. They have another win in Madison at the Madtown Double Down, presented by Modus Financial. I suppose if you buy the rights to sponsor the event, then you should be right in the title win, too.
Yeah, keep
Where?
Top 4.
And a semifinal finish at the Mixed Doubles Super Series in Winnipeg, so a strong season on tour, despite their busy schedules with men's and women's, too.
Close. Curl.
For a lot of doubles players, that's the struggle, is balancing men's and women's, and then another
That's
team
why
on
we do
top.
that turn. Have options.
Yeah, you look at the schedules for all the teams in the competition, and none of them have a real extensive mixed doubles schedule, and so many of them, as you mentioned, are playing on the men's or the women's circuit too.
14-2.
So they really, on average, you see 3 events maybe for these mixed doubles teams, and you're getting a ton of reps in the curling world, but the mixed doubles game so much different. It just, even throwing the rock with either nobody at the other end or nobody sweeping for you. Feels awfully lonely out there. I don't know, always did for me. Maybe that's part of why I didn't play very well.
Just do it.
Yeah, you have to decide what you like.
Good shot,
Do
Todd.
you like a broom or do you like a sweeper?
I liked 3 other people with me.
That's fair. That's fair. You like not doing all of the things.
Yeah, I liked how I played better in the 4-person game, for whatever reason that was.
You got one more?
Yep.
Nice
Luckily,
job.
my sister was very good at mixed doubles, so that helped when we played.
Weight's good.
Close.
Little
Yep.
light.
Yes. Hard. 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 You got a good one. Go, go, go. Yep. Hard line. Stay on it for line. Stay on it for line. Hard. Way to hold that line. Good job. Good job.
Light. Ah.
Just the same shot. Pro side short here.
Okay,
I don't
thanks.
think he has much.
Yeah.
Can you come off that yellow and I'll get in front of it.
Okay.
All right, we got our audio back here. Did get time to sneak in a burrito bite, so that was perfect for us here. Rocks jumbled up around the 4-foot circle again. Todd Birr now playing the outturn. Again, Claire, the side we've seen a little more curl. And the difference in speed is probably close to between 3/10, 5/10 hog to hog
Yeah, go.
between the two sides because of the amount of curl too. And it's not that it's curling off the table, but it's just
Whoa, easy. Whoa, 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 whoa.
it's significant enough to notice it with the speed and the curl.
Whoa.
And they did scratch the rocks
I was
last
just
night
gonna
too.
say that.
So we're going to keep a close eye on the speed. Doesn't look like they're a whole lot slower than what we've seen, and they're not
Yeah.
curling significant amount enough to notice right from the start. So
Ooh, let's try this. This is my. I get
Yeah,
to
I like
start.
it.
there you
start
go.
the clock.
Get
We're
the
gonna
clock
try
in
it.
there, yeah.
Like half rock.
Good.
Get to
Yeah,
use the
that's
fun
Oh,
toy.
they might be throwing ahead here.
They
What do you
might
think
be.
for ice?
You could still clock it if you like.
Okay.
good. Like 3 to 4 inches off, probably, or are you thinking?
Okay.
So Anderson Stopera with hammer sitting
I
one
don't see it being a whole
on the
lot
top of the
different
button.
I agreed. I haven't seen.
You're going to need to unlock those stones in order to score more than 1 point right now. But only one red stone in the 4-foot circles. So Stopera playing an in-turn tap to unlock that stone.
Yep.
Looks like with maybe a board weight.
Hard. Oh. Curl. Speed.
Actually,
Yep.
at least control weight, plenty of weight. And doesn't
Shot.
angle it great, but possibly leaves it for an out-turn tap on the opposite side.
Okay.
You get real close to the guard.
I think we're just guarding that.
But then they can't tap us back with the outturn.
Maybe.
And Regan rightfully looking at that out-turn tap
what
side.
what do we guard, or do
Yeah.
Claire, do you think that red stone
That's what I was
spills
thinking.
if you did play some kind of raise
Well, I
with
think
those
they're coming
yellows?
down in there. I like this better.
we? Okay. Sure.
Okay,
I
same
do.
as your first one.
I do. Yeah. This is where I wish curling had
Same as my
replays.
first one. So
Well,
memory of a goldfish.
Yeah,
I think if I had
sometimes we
my
do,
area
sometimes we
within a
don't.
bout on the center with
Yep.
we
my-
just got to pay
Yep.
real
Yep.
close
Yeah,
attention.
good.
Ignore the burritos
Okay,
temporarily.
so that
You know.
same one.
I got
Yeah.
caught up with starting and stopping the clock, so you know,
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to
You wanna
handle
see
at
my
once.
weight?
I understand.
Yep.
3
So
buttons.
was I close
Mhm.
or was I?
I'm just happy that,
No, you were
and I'm
pretty close.
completely
You're
jinxing
right.
myself at this
Okay,
point.
so same way.
I haven't
Yep.
forgotten to hit the
Careful
on-air
side.
button once
Nope.
this week yet when I started talking.
Down in
I
there.
think I did it 3 times in the first
Just
2
down in
games in
there.
New Jersey.
Here we go.
Practice talking.
Yeah, it is. So Regan lining herself up, looks like for a guard on this left side. You heard him say maybe on that out-turn tap, but I think that's definitely there, that with it curling a little bit more on that side. So they might be leaving them the easier shot, depending on if they're coming into the house here.
close.
Got a curl. Never straight.
got to curl a ton. Here it comes.
Yeah, it's
Here it
really-
comes.
no,
Bend
there
it.
goes.
Can you bend it? Can you get
That's
to the
just
inside?
going to end
Oh,
up
boy.
tapping.
trying.
You don't want to move that red one anymore
Okay,
either.
that's fine.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Shoot.
Okay, Andrew says they're 2.
My weight was close, eh?
Yeah,
Just
right.
way
Yeah,
too much
might be a
line.
measure.
Yeah.
Way too much. Yeah.
See, we hope they measure those because then we get to predict
Sorry.
and be correct pretty safely.
Oh, yeah.
There's been 3 measurements so far, and none of them have been anywhere near close.
Really?
Should have guarded or.
Oh, yard, red shots on both sides.
Yeah, this tap is definitely here, Claire, and that would be for possibly 5
Yeah.
if it curls up enough. You only need to move that rock maybe a foot, foot and a half.
That yellow on the left is outcutting the red on the right.
It looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Unless the
close
camera's
enough.
off.
It definitely looks like they're 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah.
That one may be a measure that we get another easy one on. We'll see, but very important shot here, and there is a little more curl on this side. Final stone of the first end, Sarah Anderson trying to get
I'd like to go for weights.
fairly close
Not
to that
4.
red guard and tap that rock.
Weights close, a little light.
Go ahead then. Yep.
Back 4.
Whoa.
This is where the time
Girl!
would be helpful.
Curl.
That needs to come up a little bit to make contact with the red.
Curl it. Yep. Curl it.
Now it's starting to curl. Stopera getting it to move.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
great
wonderful shot.
Not
Oh, that
sure.
stopped dead in the back of the 4s. So may only be 2 still, possibly 3.
3.
I think I'm going to go with 3 for now.
Yeah.
Boy, when that made contact, it looked like it was pushing it farther than that, too.
Yeah, I'm not sure that top yellow is outcounting that back red.
Measure those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Todd said
Oh,
2,
you're good. No.
so I'm going to cheat and say he's right and go with red. But this one is legitimately close. This is the first measurement that we're not sure on.
Starting it out for the fans, measuring already.
Absolutely. Are you sticking with Todd's call too, Claire? Are you going to be
I'm
the other
say
side?
yellow. We'll see.
okay?
One of us will win.
All right. So already 2 for yellow. This is for a 3rd point.
This might be a little optimistic on our. What's that? Might be a little optimistic.
Oh, Andrew's making it sound like they're pretty sure it's red. And that is the nice part about being in the booth and hearing the players is you can cheat
You can see.
with these,
well,
yeah,
you can
and
see
listen to
hear.
them.
Oh, yeah.
And it is just 2. 4-0 for measurements for me this week. Feeling good.
I didn't see it.
So after one end to play with
I
that
wasn't
2,
watching.
Anderson Stopera leading Birr and Birr 2-0.
It was just like, it was just 2.
Oh, I saw you move it. Yeah, so it's tricked me.
No, it was like.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Thanks for setting up the stones.
So 2-0 after one end to play in our feature matchup. Anderson and Stopera with the lead, scoring that 2 with the hammer. Hammer will flip now to Regan and Todd Birr. Tyler George here with Claire Moores, and Claire, We were talking a little bit during the break about Anderson's last shot. Stopera got that to turn over quite a bit at the end, but it really looked like when it made contact that rock was going to get bumped out of the forefoot.
Yeah.
And
it was certainly enough weight.
Yeah, possibly that scratch on the stones to try to get more curl last night by the ice crew maybe caused the rock to stop a little more quickly and might have saved Team Birr 2 or 3 more points.
Yeah. And in doubles, that's kind of well, I like to say in doubles, it's never a huge deal, 3 or 4, because anything can happen, but it doesn't feel great in the first end, so just 2 is fine.
Yeah, 2s feel more like 1s in mixed doubles. 3 is where you start to feel like you gave up a bunch of points.
Yeah.
Nice.
You saw Coach Mark Lazar sitting in the chair, lonely in the corner in the background there. The coaches are at opposite ends. So for one of the coaches, they're sitting down at the other end with no table or anything, just in a chair like they've been.
There's a couple tables.
On the far end there are 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see one by Mark.
Oh.
Maybe he doesn't deserve one. There you see, nice setup for the coaches on that end. Well, he's got a little ledge there. Thrilled to be up for the morning game here.
Top 4.
Okay, line's great.
Looking like part of the ice crew.
Weight's close.
Yeah.
Line's good, room.
It's got coffee at
Top
least.
8.
Mark, of course, the coach for Sarah Anderson and Andrew Stopera. Mark also coaches Andrew in the men's side with Team Corey Dropkin, this year's national runner-up. Mark, a very busy man on the curling circuit.
Get a 15-3.
A good position there in the top of the 8-foot. And Claire, we're a broken record when we talk about positioning with doubles, how important it is to be top 4 or top 8 above the tee line. Not just for taking that position for yourself and rocks you can use, but taking it from your opponent and covering those draw paths and being the team that has that position.
Yeah, and I heard Sarah say 15-3 on Andrews there. So I think 15-3 last night we were getting to tee line, so it is a hair slower, like you mentioned.
And that side of the sheet is a hair slower too, so I think the speed for the opposite side will probably see close to the same. So maybe we didn't really lose any speed with the scratch, which would be unusual.
Yep, yep.
The in-turn draw from Todd. Taps that yellow stone up to top 4. Things getting congested in the 4-foot circle again.
It's a little bit of a waiting game sometimes to see, you stack them up and who's going to blow it up first.
And it's always good to be, or to not be the team that's having to move the stones around.
Potentially. Depends on the angles, right?
Yeah, if it's a mess like this or something's getting unlocked, then if you can be the team to react to what happened and then try to set yourself up positioning as opposed to the team that just has to blow things up and move them around, a lot of times that gives you the advantage with position.
Top 4.
And you see Wayne Anderson in the background on the sheet next to us.
Top 4.
Taylor Anderson and Ben Richardson playing on that sheet. So nice that they put his daughter's games next to each other so he can sneak a glance every once in a while.
Hard! Hard, yep, go, go, go!
Stopera trying to get this by, but it's going to just touch that rock in the top of the 8-foot. Roll in
Ends
top
up in
4.
a fine spot, though.
Yeah,
top
really.
4, usable.
Very good angle with that stone, a good spot.
Try to give you just a little more weight and just go in at a little more of an angle.
Yep. Okay.
Not quite as much discourse between the Birrs as the previous game we had. Maybe the morning draw a little bit quieter. I don't think we've touched any spots on the bingo board yet for Regan.
I gotta see this bingo board.
It's in our minds.
Oh, okay.
We haven't actually written them out. We should, and we probably will at some point.
I need a little bit of room.
Straight. Oh, curl, 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 curl. Curl.
Same intern path again for Todd. Trying to tap that red stone up. It does change the angles a little. Opens up the intern side.
Does that red on the button
Do I not
ever
throw a ton of weight
leave?
at it? Just try to like.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't think I don't think it does
Or board, maybe?
with the angle that you're
Yeah.
given.
Try to keep this lined up.
I
onto
think
it.
it'll spill back a little bit. I don't know how far.
A ton of curl, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You can't quite see the whole stone probably from the hack of the one that you're going to hit.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
don't think we're gonna see
I
a
always
lot.
forget about that guard up there.
Yeah, I mean, they do factor in. We do have to go around them.
Sometimes.
That's what we call it
I try to
curling,
go
too.
through them sometimes.
If you figure out how to do that, please tell me.
Sure.
Never could.
Maybe hair
I mean,
Yeah,
for
I
me,
just wore
they
that.
wouldn't even stop curling when I told them to. If you can tell them to go through stones, then you're a couple steps ahead of the rest of us. So Andrew throwing the intern,
Yep.
probably about hack weight,
Clean. Close. Close. Close.
trying to get that red stone
Curl.
to spill off a little bit.
Curl.
Starting to curl now.
Nice shot.
Pretty much right where we thought it would go, Claire.
Thanks.
Right to the back of the forefoot. And now angle's even better for Anderson and Stopera. Sitting
Really
two and
I think so.
just as important
You
where
actually gotta
Stopera
get
left
kinda
that
thin to get behind this.
shooter
Okay.
is angled directly
Gotta
back
get
to that
really
red
thin.
stone in the
Yeah.
back of the forefoot.
I think that's all we got.
Okay, I like it.
And that's just going to leave him to run.
See
We
anything
heard Todd
else?
talking about playing the in-off
Throw it
on
then.
that red stone on the side of the 8-foot.
You got it.
Probably comes off that back red and up into the button, hopefully.
Yeah, there might be enough space
think I
just
need
to
a ton of
wiggle
weight
through
there.
there and
Okay.
get to the button. Not sure they have a whole lot else.
So what kind of weight you thinking?
Again, the angle's just playing
Okay, sounds good.
so much better for Anderson and Stopera.
Wait.
You heard hack the call. It's going to be tough to roll through there and make contact with the other stones only with hack.
Hack.
Might need a little more weight than that to get through.
Yep. Yep.
Straight.
Straight. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Looks close. Oh, look at
just
that.
the right angle to bounce
Good shot,
through.
Todd.
Unfortunately for them, the yellow is still
Here.
lined up dead to that rock.
Yeah.
With that red stone
just, like,
moving in the back that
Slid wide,
unlocks
like,
it.
It's real close in here.
Okay.
So a tap now to sit 4 for Anderson and Stopera with not a
Like,
lot of
nose is
angles.
really good.
No, not a lot
Sliver
of
high's
angles.
okay.
Maybe. What is that? An out turn
Solid
draw?
board on
to the
Yeah,
side
that's what it
button?
looks like. Yeah,
Doing for
if
less,
they
but
can,
whatever.
and that's the straighter side too.
Is it okay?
And they'd have to go out farther onto a path that they really haven't played very much. So it'll be a guess, just to try to cut them down maybe to 2. I don't know that they can even get to the button there. Maybe you could tap the back stone. We'll see. But first, Sarah Anderson with her final shot of the second end, looking to tap that red stone out of the forefoot.
Well, yep,
and sit
yep.
likely 4.
Hard.
This is a little tight out of hand. Stopera trying to hold it.
Clean, close. Yep. Hard. Hard. Yes, yes, yes.
Great job.
Just touches that stone, but
Pretty
good
good.
enough to sit 4, maybe 5.
How many
Hard to tell with that 5th counter.
is it?
4 is pretty good though.
4 is pretty good. I think that back red is probably
Yeah. But I don't see
closer
any side
than
here.
that.
It does
top
look
red.
like it.
I mean, well, what do you see?
Yeah.
Claire, did you
That's
like
there.
the
You have one more
designs in the house, like
Oh,
the
God,
different
sorry.
ads and patterns, or are you a traditionalist that
sitting 4 right now?
likes just the block circles for reference?
So there's no hits.
I think it depends.
I don't see one.
Right here, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I like the clean look, but as with any curler and
Okay,
curling
so
club,
my weight was pretty good.
if
wasn't
there's
it?
somebody who
Yep.
wants to
Okay.
have an ad space, I'm all for it.
Sure, yeah, for the functionality of your club,
Yes.
for the revenue,
Yeah,
Great.
love it.
But I'm glad you said that, because as a traditionalist too, I just like the block circles. Brett Jackson was in here early in the week. He said he liked when there's print like that because he can use it for reference points for where he's putting a broom or yelling down, like put it on the M on markets. I never really
I didn't think of
thought that was necessary for when we were playing, but we've seen some crazy ones like in Madison with the cow print and things like that. I'm with you. I like it. Just give me the regular old curling circles and let me play.
Actually, in Colorado, we have this year, our ice maker, Dave Falco, made the Colorado flag.
Oh, nice.
So the button is yellow. We've got a C for the forefoot.
Yeah, you can't really argue with state pride.
Yeah,
and
it's still clean.
And I don't want to go against anything Dave does either. As such a nice guy.
He's a great guy. He's also my skip for mixed fours.
There you go. So you have to say it anyways. Final stone of the second end. Regan Birr throwing the out turn. This looks like it's tight, right out of hand.
Any tap of any kind on ours? No, we're just hosed. Oh, sorry. I slid terrible on that one.
Let Regan handle the play-by-play. That does end up, we believe, 4. They're going to take, yep, they have confirmed. No easy measure call on that one. So, steal of 4 in the second end for Anderson and Stopera. They lead 6-0 after 2. And with this second end break, I want to tell you about Steve's Curling Supplies, America's #1 curling equipment supplier for over 50 years. It's proud to support USA Curling. No matter your skill level or budget, they have all the top products from the most popular brands in the sport. Right now, you can save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more when you use the code USACurling10 at checkout, or just ask Craig Brown for $10. Visit us at stevescurling.com for all your curling needs.
So, speed should be the same this way?
I think so.
Beginning of the third end, our feature matchup here at the 2024 USA Curling Mixed Double National Championship. Sarah Anderson, Andrew Stopera, early 6-0 lead after a 2 in the first and a steal of 4 in the second. Tyler George with Claire Moores. Claire, they've really positioned themselves well with the angles they're setting up. You know, even we saw Todd make a really nice in-off hit and roll, but with where the Yellowstones were positioned for Anderson and Stopera, it's just a simple tap to clear that rock afterwards.
Yeah, if you're on top of the tee, you're winning the games, usually.
And we have seen that throughout the first couple ends, that it's been a blockade of Yellowstones, especially in the top 4s and top 8s. So we'll see if Team Birr can turn things around. Again, mixed doubles, 3s and 4s can pop up out of anywhere.
It's coming down.
A lot of weight.
And this is the side that we've seen coasting.
Might get a little tick off the back red. Not exactly the worst to move that back rock if you've got hammer.
Yeah, if
just
it
to
catches,
spread out the rings.
Yeah, a little more of it and unlocks it, then maybe you can get an indirect big end. Just with spreading the house out a little bit. Claire, did you ever, or not, I shouldn't say ever, but in these situations, do you think about even clicking that center guard and trying to move him over for 2 corners?
That is
Okay, we're
actually
over
something
here.
that we've talked about more recently, Lance and I, just with our coach Q, to, you know,
Needs to curl up.
play the tick shot, since the center line tick shot is not a rule in mixed doubles, trying to get 2 corner guards out of it. I don't think it's the first option.
Right.
You want to get one on the button first, but
Yeah, simply because, I mean, your opponent takes that position if you don't, but also that for your first stone of the end with the hammer, wherever it is, even if it's in the house, it can't be removed from play, as opposed to with 4-person curling. You would never throw that first stone in the house with hammer if you're trying to score
Right.
multiple points, because it can be taken out immediately.
right.
Weight's nice.
Easy.
We're there.
Gotta go line.
We have
Real
mentioned
bad
throughout the
throw.
week, for the first 3 throws of each mixed doubles end, no stone
Hard
can be
line.
removed from play. Now, unlike 4-person
Oh.
curling, as Claire mentioned, there is no tick zone. So if
Well,
it's
here
on
we
the
go.
center line, you can still move it, and there goes one
Well,
right now.
close.
It got one corner, kind of.
We want to stay, yeah,
Right here.
yeah. Like I should be
And
able
again,
to
a
finish it
difference
if I throw
here.
the right weight.
4-person
Hair.
game, you'd be looking to clear these guards with the 6-point
With that
lead.
much of a lead, yeah.
But with mixed doubles, it's attack pretty much all the time until you get late in the game if you have a big lead. So Andrew Stopera will be playing this out-turn draw. Just trying to keep position again.
Still there.
Line's okay.
Don't. It's okay. Still
Room.
max.
Room.
A little
Off
bit of
this
room
one.
here,
Yeah.
waiting for this to
close.
turn over.
It's getting better.
We
Getting
have
good
seen
play
the
at top.
Rocks, if anything, finishing a little more, Claire, than what we've seen earlier in the week. It's taking a while to get there, but when it does, the finish is stronger than
Yeah,
what we've
that's
seen, I
like-
think.
that's really
Yes,
nice.
it's a late finish, but
My only concern is if we were
moving a
high.
lot. And this club has been just wonderful. We have felt super welcomed by the Traverse City curling community. Club is super cool too. I heard it was an old Kmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we met the architect, actually, that designed everything, set things up, and
Back 4.
Dean was definitely
Yep.
carrying that conversation on to try to
Whoa,
share
room.
information with other clubs that use this route.
Yeah,
going
this could
forward.
be a template for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's something we have heard from other clubs, that these are the areas they're targeting, or the types of buildings that they're targeting. A lot of it because the city is more than happy to give these, I don't want to say abandoned buildings, but ones that aren't
Giant
being
box
used.
stores.
Yeah. Some of those
Seem
that might
nice.
be dying
Yeah.
off, like, sorry Kmart, but the
That's
city,
long gone, so it's fine.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But I think the city gave them the building, the land for $1, and just happy that it's being used. So, I mean, if you can get that kind of deal, that's a fantastic setup for a curling club, especially that coming into here. This is a state-of-the-art facility. It's a
Easily,
fantastic club. So hats off, not just for the hospitality from the good people of Traverse City, but congratulations on
Height up
Room.
12.
magnificent facility that will be
Height to
hosting
the guard.
Okay.
more national championships to
fine
come in the future.
Height.
And their goal was for this purpose too, not just to
Mine's
have
Tight.
a great club for their people, but to
This
host
is
these
it.
types of events, and opened a year ago January and already hosting national
Good spot, good
championships.
spot.
And the airport's right across the street, so
Yeah, that's nice and
it's
close.
easy to get to.
So control once again here for Anderson and Stopera with, I believe, sitting 2.
Try running that in.
Yep.
Just open up that.
Talking
side.
about running
Good idea.
a rock in, and it's always
Make
a
it
little
not too
scary
down.
running your
I
own,
like it.
the opponent's rocks in versus your own.
I think I can do anything through the hole.
Right. Okay, Todd.
Over on the intern side of the sheet now, Todd Birr. As you said, Claire, trying to run things, open it up a little bit.
Good. Well, thanks, guys.
And if you want to go here, you can, but
Yeah.
if you're anywhere in here, it's
To drop it, to guard the. Woo! To guard the draw.
yeah.
Anywhere here.
They're at best slashing it in. It's a steal one,
Yep.
or they're
let's do it.
drawing.
So right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even like if you're guarding the draw, you almost want to be here.
Well,
Sure.
missed the run, but
And
opened it
you
up a little bit,
overcurl
I
here,
guess.
it's fine, but
Yeah, you get a chance at least now. Depending on where Sarah's stone ends up, I don't think that you need to come all the way in, but you can. Right down to the top of the button takes
So
away
maybe
that
a
draw
4 to
path,
12
and
then?
yeah.
anything left of
like
the
pretty
center
much
line
side
for the
four.
shooter also takes away that draw path. The tighter, the better. So we'll see if Anderson decides to come into the house with
Got
this
like tight.
Okay.
final stone.
line.
Her tight.
Always straight.
So something that Stopera can work with if they want to bring it in.
Always straight.
And
Halfway
these shots
tight.
too,
Yep.
Claire, when you're throwing on a path that you're trying to make sure
low.
that you're taking
Okay,
their
curl
draw
bit.
path away, you want to make sure you
Curl
take
bit.
enough broom, get wide enough, because
Oh,
the
yeah.
miss tends to be narrow on that shot, where it overcurls and then it doesn't take the draw path away. That one is in a perfect position.
Yeah, and
Really.
we've seen a little bit with doubles because you're playing that draw path over and over and over again. That once you get a little outside it, it might be a little bit frosty because you haven't played that far out. So it catches the frost and it curls even a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, I do that with like.
Right.
That might be as reasonable as anything.
Okay. Whatever you see.
And that's an area where
Can I burn off this one?
the best teams in doubles get an advantage, is reading
Well, this one.
Okay.
lines that you haven't played
Hold
very
the
much.
line.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think
even
Okay,
a
so
spot
I
that
just
might
straight draw
be
this way, I need-
No, I
you know,
don't think
Okay.
middle of 12 for a draw
That
path,
yellow
which
one in here and just see
is
if
a
we can
relatively
fill-
normal path for a draw, isn't one that you use as often because it's always coming to the center line.
This one that Sarah just threw.
Or you know, if you have a power play, or it's technically an advantage for the Hammer team, but both teams really haven't seen any of those lines, so it's a little bit of a guess.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Nothing off the top one.
Yeah, which still maybe, but this one's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I think we try to come through the hole.
What do you
I
see
do
here?
too.
Is there
Yep.
anything?
I see I'd rather be yellow right now. I
you
think
gotta have, like, the same way
you can
threw it
play
the
an
first-
out turn
Yep.
tap to
Draw.
give
Yep.
one,
Yeah.
and that's probably your best
like,
bet. You
middle
could
eight
probably
foot.
also play the intern draw, maybe to cut them to one. I don't know that you can score at this point.
Just get through the hole and see what happens.
Yeah, they're going to come through the hole. If it overcurls enough to chip the red stone,
Middle 8 foot.
you
8.
might be able to spin into the button off of that. Problem is, you're pushing that red stone
Yeah.
out of the 4
Yeah.
foot probably. And yellow could get another counter, but
Let's get a clock on
we'll
this
get the
one.
clock out. We'll use the toy. Final stone of the third end. Regan Birr playing
A lot of weight.
in turn, trying to
lot
get
of
through
weight.
the hole. Should be
Stay
plenty of
close.
weight, looks like.
Stay close. It's got to curl.
There it goes.
We'll have enough to kick off of that rock if it gets through, but looks like it may be on that yellow one.
Okay. 2, yep.
So another steal of 2
Good sweep
for
here.
Anderson and
good try.
Stopera.
Good sweep.
8-0 lead now after 3 ends of
That was a
play.
fun one.
Warm Room Hero. It's more than just software. They're curlers dedicated to building long-term relationships with your club. Warm Room Hero provides continuous support to ensure your website exceeds your members' expectations. Check out Warm Room Hero today at curling.club. That's Warm Room Hero at curling.club. Looking at our other matchups in this morning draw, Pool B. Anderson Richardson leading Matt and Becca Hamilton 5-1 in the third. On sheet D, Geving and Schuster with a 3-2 lead over Podol and Perry. And on sheet E, Weldon and Franey 4-2 over Birr and Oldenburg in the fourth. Again, our feature matchup, Sarah Anderson, Andrew Stopera, 8-0 lead on Regan and Todd Birr, and the Birrs trying to change the momentum up using their power play in the first half of the game.
Hard line! Hard line!
Sarah Anderson chipping this yellow guard. That's really well done.
Textbook.
Good job.
Almost got it into shot rock too, but shooter rolls off. Perfectly done.
Way to hold it.
Great shot.
Good sweep. Good sweep.
And that's really discouraging, Claire, as the team trying to make a rally, trying to change the momentum, and immediately perfect chip shot by Sarah Anderson.
Yeah, I think your options are put the guard back or go into the house and try to get 1-2
Just watching my
1-2 shot rock.
Nice, yeah, straight.
Fuck.
Oh, did it pick?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That is not
What
going.
happened?
I think it picked.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Okay.
That's never a good feeling.
Yeah, that doesn't help try to turn things around either. It
Just top four.
looked like a pick for Regan Birr. Something got under the stone. Andrew Stopera playing the out turn now. Just lobbing another rock into the rings. Can't hit yet, so just trying to get another stone in. That rock carrying just fine.
That's good. That's good.
Nice sweep from Andrew
Good
on
spot.
his own stone. It's nice when you can thank yourself. Really good job, me. That's a great sweep.
Well, my favorite is when the sweeper, who is also the thrower, turns around to thank the thrower. And then you remember that you were the one.
That's right, it was me. That was so long ago, I couldn't remember.
Oh,
So
just
they're
over
guarding
there.
again.
Whoa, whoa.
Just trying to get a guard up on that number 2 counter. Maybe something they can use afterwards.
Might be over curling just a hair, but it's not too shabby.
We were laughing a little bit in our game last night with Corey Tesey and Corey Dropkin playing. That Corey Tesey was standing by the hog line, we assumed to sweep for Corey Dropkin.
Okay.
And he would throw a shot and get up and sweep his own stone, and Corey Tesey would go behind Corey and watch it.
Oh.
So we thought, okay, maybe he's just bulldogging his way in, and we were laughing. But in talking to TC after the game, she said that that Corey wanted a split time.
I see.
So that's why she was there. The plan was always for him to sweep, but it just looked like he was taking over in the middle of the shot.
It's kind of anybody's guess as to what's going on out there if you're not the team
Yeah,
playing.
right. Unless you're picking it up on the microphones, with doubles, there's a lot of different reasons to position the way that you do. And I think that's the first time I've seen somebody that comfortable with where they're throwing without having a broom, that
Looks pretty close.
even if they're going to sweep their own
Team
rock, they still
backing.
would rather have the person giving them a time
Yeah.
for their stone.
And that could just be to get some feel back. I don't know. I mean, if you've got
We're all-
somebody holding
we're
broom,
all-
you're really probably only getting a hog-to-hog time as
Sure.
opposed to a split time.
Yeah. And really,
Whoa,
whatever
whoa.
those two are doing as the defending world champions, they can do whatever they
Yeah.
want, and it's right.
Yeah.
Shot.
Nice come around draw to get on the paint. Andrew thinking with as much space as there is between those two guards and the amount of curl that we're seeing going to the outside of the sheet, that he can dig that rock out.
Like board?
I just have an edge. It's probably the peel.
Okay.
So just throwing it hard and hoping to get either one, back one first, but taking the ice out of it. Stopera playing Peel.
Can you grab the red maybe? Or I got the red. I got the red. Thanks, Todd.
That's the other fun part of doubles. Somebody's throwing Peel and you're like,
Catching stones.
somebody help me.
Yeah. We've seen a few rocks come firing over from other sheets during broadcasts.
We just come around that one in the 8 foot.
Okay.
The scoring
think
space
we're
is
ever
really
gonna
cut
make that
down now for
Yeah.
Regan and Todd with where Stopera's stone on the center line is. There's nowhere
Go behind it.
you can go to the edges really and get shot. So Todd, I think, was talking about just coming around that stone in the top of the 8 foot.
Which is interesting. You could also throw a double there, sit two,
Should be close
make them
here.
throw a double back.
Room, 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 room.
Couple options.
Yep, hard. Right back.
Looks like it's all there. But I'm not very good at judging weight on a screen, so.
My fault. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
bad.
the
Not a bad
area.
spot.
That's
Actually,
the area
that
where
was
it
a
does
double
look like there's a difference in how the rocks are running. Those draws
Sorry,
going to the
dear.
outside of the sheet are really turning over and stopping.
Right?
So maybe something
Yeah,
about
the
the
shot
way
for 2 or
they
3
were
is
scratched
on the nose.
Right.
with draws going inside
Let's
out
put another one in the house.
is getting a lot more curl than before.
Because like I don't want to hit that and not be third
Oh,
shot.
it's only 2.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you like.
But here it's like how do they get 2?
I mean, you could play this even. You might set up a triple though.
I think it's just this. How do they get 2 that way?
Maybe this.
Well, then we can make it even,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But theirs is moving here, so I think we can like put the broom out here. You're right here.
I mean, if you want to tap it on the nose, and as long as your hair low, it's. But okay, yeah, whatever you like.
There's multiple options here,
I mean,
Claire. It's really
realistically,
preference.
if you're here, it's not there.
If you hit the 8 foot with a draw, it's going to be really difficult
Right.
to
You're
score
sitting
more
1,
than
2,
one
3.
for Regan and Todd.
I don't know. I think if you're anywhere in the 8 foot, it's probably fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's a rocket 2/3 double for 2 at most. So, even if you put it in the worst possible spot.
I think their best spot
think
is
it's
just
even
back of
right
the
up
8 foot
Okay.
open on that wide side away from where the rocks are frozen.
Yeah.
Final stone for Sarah Anderson.
They got there, but not bad.
Really strong start to this day for them with an
Mine's
8-0 lead.
Where?
Top 8.
Needs a curl.
Just hoping to touch the
Way
8 foot
close.
for the most part and probably eliminates any chance of a
Top 4.
2-point end.
Curl.
Looks pretty good.
That's pretty much what they were looking for.
Yep.
There's a pocket double for 1.
Okay, broom me and I'll.
Yep. Which way you want? You like your out turn right at it?
Sometimes just getting a point on the board makes all the difference too.
Normal.
And not seeing that 0 is
Yeah.
is nice, yes.
Or switching the hammer. Sometimes I feel like hammer doesn't matter that much in doubles either. If you can lock one on that first shot.
So Regan Birr with a pocket double. Try to get her squad on the scoreboard. Playing the out turn, inside out. Final stone of this first half of our morning draw.
Think I gotta go, eh?
Yep. Yep.
Sweeping hard out of hand.
All right, dude.
Sorry.
That's all right. Good.
Does hold the line to only give up 1.
Tight on that one.
That's good.
There's a single for Anderson Stopera, now leading
Yeah.
9-0 at the break. And halfway through, it's time for the Broom Fitters break. Broomfitters.com
So much.
is the place for good curling. Fast shipping on everything curling. For a limited time, take 10% off your first order with the code USA. visit broomfitters.com. Do we see handshakes behind that logo there?
I think
believe
so.
we do have a final.
Sure.
Um,
Is it Hamilton yet, or?
I don't
So
know. It might be
9-0 is the final for
Oh,
our
I think it was
game.
Madison, yeah.
Thank you, Broomfitters, for the break before the finish.
Oh, well, if it's a 6
Well,
cent
I
minimum,
think
we'll
they-
play.
So we'll see if we can get a spin around to check.
Well, then, oh, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, they are telling them now. We were thinking that they had to play 6 ends. I think that's what the officials are
Oh my
notifying them
God.
of now.
Oh, so I'm not. Please rescind our handshakes then.
All right, they will be playing more ends. So we will take a break here
It was us.
and come back for the 5th momentarily.
Yeah, no.
Back for the second half of our feature game. Had some premature handshakes, but teams have been alerted that they do need to play 2 more ends in this championship competition. And they decided, you know what, let's just get out there and start, too.
Yeah,
With some time left on their break. So it is 9-0, Anderson and Stopera leading Birr and Birr. Tyler George here, live from the Traverse City Curling Club, Traverse City, Michigan, with Claire Moores. Claire, we got a couple more bites in on the burritos at the break, too. I think mine's about halfway gone now.
Plenty heavy. Good.
I was kind of disappointed you gave the other 2 away because I was going to eat
Keep
all of
them.
them.
Never mind. Stay so.
Whoa, it might be there.
Sarah and Andrew really firing on all cylinders this
Think you're
morning.
there. Line's
Yeah,
good.
just
Stay
dominating
close.
that top 4 foot, 8 foot position.
Line's good. Little room. Curl now. Curl.
Out turn freeze, trying to keep these angles
Keep
again.
going. Keep going.
Nice.
Great shot.
That tucks right into the top of the button again.
Good shot.
Top 4. Top 4. Keep on.
We're going to have some clarification as the week goes here, too, from members with Traverse City about how this club came to be. We didn't want to give any misinformation with the financial situation, but your good commentator here wants to make sure that the information's correct. It's all the hard work that these people did to get this club up and running.
It's hot. Back 8.
Very appreciated by those of us in the curling world, especially those of us that have been out here to Traverse City before for their bonspiel. We like to call it the city that John Landsteiner built, too. And mentioning his name, of course, coming out of the break. Got to tell him
You
it's
did it.
faster. Yep. It always is faster after the mop, John Landsteiner. The steely gaze of Coach Mark Lazar in the background there.
Okay.
I think we might need to get
I just
Mark
don't
some
know if we'll
long
get enough
johns or
finish at the
something.
end.
Yeah, he doesn't look very warm.
Maybe
least
it's
the
just
hat.
yeah.
Okay.
It could just be a motivational thing
Really
too.
good,
Is
yeah.
you look at your coach and see that you better perform. Stopera and Anderson sitting 2. Andrew's second stone of this 5th end.
Touch left.
Yeah, touch left.
Oh, I missed the clock.
Top 8.
We'll get it next
Okay.
time.
That's close to what you want. Little room. Room.
Yeah, it's
Careful.
it
Top
usually
8.
has a little
Always
delay
curl
too
if
when
you
you
go.
hit the
Top
start.
You can go here.
But as long as you do it the same on both ends, it's good.
Top 4.
Close.
Top 4.
Curl. Yep.
It's funny, I don't know if you do this or if you do this anymore, but I find myself trying to click my stopwatch in like everyday life.
2 your next one? Or
Just timing random things.
No, I coach girls golf, and I kid you not, they will be putting and I will reach for my stopwatch to time their putt.
what do you want to do?
It
Now,
doesn't
there-
work.
I was going to say there really isn't anything practical about that, is
No.
there? No. If there was something I'm learning about golf and coaching or something, then
Big weight.
I was going to make a note of it. But
Yep. Hard.
I'll also say good rock.
Whoa,
Like I
whoa,
just
whoa.
There we go. We're finally seeing a little bit of weight to hopefully
Come on.
move some rocks around.
that's actually a pretty good shot by Todd just to get that one
Yeah.
out. I think he was hoping it was going to go tick-tick
Yeah.
and catch the second one, too. So had to just paper by the second. But just getting one of those in that situation is a good shot.
One of them.
Good shot. Nice throw.
Now I can go to hit the other way.
Okay. Good job, dear.
Either use it or lose it on the clock.
I make it good, are we still in a little bit of trouble?
Yeah.
Freeze?
It's a guard here.
Settling
All right.
on the guard.
So
Let's
I
get
threw
let's
this,
get a time on this
There you
one.
go.
ago,
I'm gonna try.
And I took a third into the 12 foot and got to that like soft 4 foot line.
Up close and personal with Andrew Stopera here. I like that view. I think we got to do more of those here in the booth. That's good. Rory McCusker, hand in the air, taking credit.
Line's good.
Halfway.
Rory
tight.
with some good bloodlines in the broadcast business.
Oh, then maybe he has to
Joan
curl
would
a
be
little
proud
bit,
on that
just
one,
let
I
it stop,
think.
Top 12.
Let it stop.
15-3.
Curl.
Yeah,
Freeze it on the
15-3
yellow.
is right to top fours with what we've seen, especially on that side of the sheet.
Sorry, Sarah.
That's not a good spot to leave that stone, so a little mistake from this team. Haven't seen too many of them this morning, but that angles really well for the Birrs. Probably nice to see a good angle for them.
Yes, yes.
That yellow-red plays directly into the yellow stone on the button to sit 2.
Oh, these ones, they'll either.
Just like board.
And Claire, with these, it's really important too, not just to think about make contact, make the shot, but where do you want your shooter to go?
Right.
Because if they can get to the inside a little bit, it staggers it off so they can't play the same short run in to follow.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of times. I feel like way more in doubles you see that back 8, back 4,
Girl.
back line weight as opposed to, you know, board
Right.
control 10-5s.
Yep.
Bitch.
Curl up.
Good
Not
enough
too
to
shabby.
sit shot.
Haha.
Todd put 2 in the jar on one shot there. By our count, tied with Maddie Birr for the lead.
That's what she said. She was in the lead.
Yep, only 2 though. That's pretty good for the field overall.
Good shot.
Talking about the swear jar,
But I'm
obviously.
thinking.
We'll figure out what the fine is at the end of the week.
Yeah.
We haven't decided that yet.
Even if you're like,
I feel like you should also.
And stick
I don't
it
see you
there.
doing
Could,
more. Like
yeah,
maybe
but
he
then
does
that's a
that,
lot of
probably
counting.
just plans
That's
for
true.
five.
Curlers are so
Sorry.
apologetic and accountable. So that's way too much to count. And not as much fun.
That's true.
Maddie did have the best save on a perspective swear of the week,
I
too.
think it's
Okay.
like you're like
With
2/3,
following one of her
3/4.
actual ones, she started with a mother of
3/4
pearl.
is really
Oh.
She remembered it distinctly, too, and had a good laugh about it after the game. Always fun being mic'd up. Sarah Anderson, final stone of the 5th end for her team.
Whoa.
Hangs that one out and ends up
Okay.
jamming, so this will be a draw for 3 for Regan and Todd. Really nice end
Right
put
where I
together
put
by Todd and Regan here.
Yeah. I think throwing a few more hits helped move those rocks around for him. Hits or taps, I guess I should say.
Todd vaults into the lead right there as they're going back down the other end. Luckily for him, this is their last feature,
Is it?
so
Okay.
it's going to be hard to not be passed up, I think, by somebody.
The aliens are calling me.
So out-turn draw for Regan Birr for a 3rd point on this final stone of the 5th end. Todd calling for backing. I'll see if it's got the backing.
Looks okay. There's
There
the
we
deer.
are. Nice shot. So 3 it is for Todd and Regan. And after 5 ends, they now trail 9-3. Around the sheets for our action for this morning draw, Pool B. Taylor Anderson, Ben Richardson, leading Matt and Becca Hambleton 6-5 on sheet B. On sheet D, Geving and Schuster now with a 6-3 lead on Ann Podol and Nate Perry. And sheet E, Birr Oldenburg holding a 6-4 advantage on Weldon and Franey. Again, our feature sheet. Sarah Anderson and Andrew Stopera with a 9-3 lead on Regan and Todd Birr. Power play in action here for Anderson and Stopera in this 6th end. Tyler George live this fine morning in Traverse City. Our last cold morning, we're told.
Oh, yeah.
With Claire Moores.
It's gonna move a whole lot.
Claire used to a little bit of cold weather where she's from, too. And we got some people back home watching and listening.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I said hi to Denver Curling Club.
Almost hacked.
Yep.
Specifically the juniors out there. They are
Back line.
a great bunch of kids.
Hard, yep.
Looks like they're playing the tick shot here.
Well, you picked the loudest shot
I know.
of the entire game to thank people on.
It's
Come put
What
your
a-
head
what
over
a
and see
sweep.
What do you think, Andrew? I think it's out, but what do you think? Okay. Like,
Just
I was like-
pull it out of play, Regan.
Some days. She's like, what do I do?
All right, good time to thank people.
Oh,
again
yeah,
now.
yeah. Okay. So Denver Curling Club, you're great. A lot of great people out there. It's where I learned to curl. Reagan's yelling now.
It was
I'm
just
not
short
sure,
of
but
this
that's
dot,
fine by
short of
me.
the tight dot. Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's
actually
about right.
I'm actually wearing a sweater made by one of the juniors,
Think, a little bit
Lila
deeper.
Farwell.
Yes, I remember Lila very well.
There you go. Yep.
Great sweater.
Say hi to
Lila.
Lila, too. Not sure if she's watched. Probably at school,
Okay.
right?
She told me she was going to be watching at school. So
At school, okay. Well then, hi Lila. We won't tell anybody you're watching.
actually, a few of the juniors are taking care of our cat while we're gone.
Oh,
So
that's sweet too.
even better.
There you go.
Good job, Ella. Good job, Lila.
Had a great time with you and Lance, but with the juniors.
Get it over, dear.
The camp we ran at the Denver Curling Club. Is that the last? Not this previous summer, but the one before?
Right.
Sounds
Or this
right.
previous one? Oh my God, I have no concept
don't
of
know.
time.
Good shot.
But it was fun.
One of the summers.
Yeah.
One of the summers.
It was summer, I know that, but a great time. Wonderful people at the Denver Curling Club too that helped set that event up.
Yeah. Actually, shout out to Nancy Mall. It's
Absolutely.
her last year, I think, doing
Oh,
the junior
wow.
program. She's letting us, mere mortals take the reins from her.
Well, she's the whole reason that our event was set up in the first place too. We had a lot of communication with Nancy before the event. Dave Jensen and I were fortunate enough to
Got it.
come out and help run that event with you and Lance and everybody else that got involved. But yeah, we always enjoy our time at the Denver Curling Club, but that particular week and that camp was really special for us too. So thanks for
Good.
having us there.
Good.
And if you're going to watch in
that was
class,
there.
juniors, keep your phone on mute.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
So you probably can't hear us anyways. Then. Outturn come around draw for Todd Birr, trying to get this to dig and sit under cover.
Overswept it. Overcooked it. Sorry. Good shot.
And a sweep.
There's your sorry counter.
You got
Oh,
one.
A little bit of movement.
Probably a
here.
lot more.
A little of the
One
Canadian
we've been
sorry
counting.
came out in that one too.
Like edge of 4, maybe?
Decent piece of that rock showing after clicking off of the yellow stone. I think Andrew's probably got a little more than half.
Okay.
middle four.
Okay. Sounds good.
Heard middle 4 for a reference, so I'm guessing this is probably about backboard weight. Maybe a 11.5.
Yep.
Looks
I'm
like
going
it.
to go with 11.3.
Okay.
Hard.
Please down.
Hard.
That looks like less than that.
Roll the shooter. Whoa.
Yeah, 12.5, just a hack weight.
Keep going.
Not the
I'm
worst.
guessing that was probably a little less than what they were wanted to throw, and Sarah did say it was down.
Thanks.
It's not our fault if they don't throw the weight that they're trying to, and we predict it.
It's like hackish at most.
It's the other thing about doubles. I think early in my competitive curling, I heard Joe Polo say that's why he liked doubles. You can
Good weight.
just pretend you made the shot you called,
think
because
so.
nobody really knows what you called.
It's much easier in doubles to do that, yes. Well, my first broadcast, official one that I did
Take a look there.
outside of a couple of
Oh, take a look.
streams through USA Curling was mixed doubles at the Olympics.
Yeah, keep it going,
Okay.
keep it
So,
going. Hard, hard, hard,
You
hard.
think it's hard to call
call. Good sweep.
mixed doubles not
That's
knowing
good.
what
That's
they're
good.
throwing when we're watching our nationals? Try it when you don't speak the language of the people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can't tell even with what they're saying what they're throwing. So I had multiple instances of players getting to the hack and gearing up to shoot, and I say, oh, I think they're playing the in-turn hit, and then they throw the out-turn draw.
Is it angled enough that if I
So you're nowhere near
roll in
what they're doing, and it makes you look a little foolish.
angled enough? Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the good news with curling in the Olympics is a lot of times it's a lot of people who have no idea either. So you could be saying
I could say
the right thing.
Yeah, that's a great intern hit when they play the out-turn draw, and 1% of the people at the time maybe would get on my case for it. But that was a challenge, yeah. It was really trying to figure out, based on where the rocks are set up, what you believe they should be playing a lot of times, because there is no way to tell until they're sliding out.
Really heavy.
Line's okay.
Heavy.
So this is the one shot, Claire, that we've seen slower than previous games, where going to the outside, they're turning over and stopping.
Yeah, this one's a little bit heavy.
Yeah, not nearly as heavy, I think, as what they thought. But sits open. Now it's a hit to sit at least two.
Yeah, you got to roll away, otherwise I think you're leaving a
Same as you threw last time.
Okay, same
fairly
weight.
easy double.
Just nice positive.
Yeah, it would be right in the pocket if they nose. So Regan Birr will be throwing her final stone of 6th end to play. As Claire said, we'd like to roll away from the other red counter and not leave a relatively simple double. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds you can see on the clock up behind the sheet. So getting a little low on time as well. Each team starting with 22 minutes of thinking time to play 8 ends.
Goes by fast.
Girl.
It does.
Okay, that's fine, dear.
Got rid of it.
It does make the hit. So sitting 1. It'll just be a draw for
Intern.
Yeah, intern should be good.
Sarah Anderson, needing to get a little better than full 8 foot. Good to see Regan and Todd play a strong last couple ends after the break when they believed they were not playing anymore. Sometimes it's funny how that works. Your brain shuts off of curling mode for a second, you reboot, and with that relaxed attitude about it, we did hear some more deers and nicknames.
Think less.
Yeah, they think less, throw the rock.
I got there, but
Final stone from Sarah Anderson here in this 6th. This year's National Women's runner-up, Skip. Fantastic performance at the National Championships. This one looks like it should stop in time, I think. That's a good shot for 1. And we will have our second handshakes of the game. This time it will stick.
Yep.
Again.
Final score will be 10-3. Sarah Anderson,
Yes.
Andrew Stopera getting the win over Regan and Todd Birr.
I know you guys have a coach, but if you have time, we want to go to Sparky's.
And this is also the second time Regan has invited her
They're making
opponents
plans. I love
to
it.
breakfast.
I just have a work meeting that I need to meet with a client.
Okay.
And Sarah's got to go back to work, it sounds like.
I hope somebody takes Regan up on the breakfast or lunch or whatever
Yeah.
we'll offer at some point, too.
Yeah. No, and it's national, so.
Life of a curler. You have
Yes.
to play in nationals and then go to a meeting.
Oh, I love Regan. That's great.
But wonder how that's.
Yeah, congrats,
Hi,
guys.
Andrew.
Give a wave. So strong performance from one of our top seeds in the tournament. Last year's national runner-up for mixed doubles. Their sights are set on the championship this year. Just need to improve on one game in order to get themselves to the World Championships in Östersund, Sweden. Coach Lazar able to stand up and warm up a little bit. Looking at our other scores before we sign off. Now a tie game on sheet B between Taylor Anderson, Ben Richardson, Matt Hamilton, and Becca Hamilton, 6-6. Sheet D, Geving and Schuster, 7-3 lead over Podol and Perry. And sheet E also tied up now. Birr and Oldenburg, Weldon and Franey in a 6-6 game. And again, our feature game, Sarah Anderson, Andrew Stopera with a 10-3 victory over Regan and Todd Birr. Claire, thanks so much for joining this morning, not just for the burritos, which are fantastic as always. Thanks to you and Lance for that. Hopefully we'll be able to get something going at the Denver Curling Club again in the future.
Yeah.
Just so I have a reason to come and eat burritos again.
There you
too.
go.
And come see the kids. Have a great time with them. Again, thanks, Lila, for the sweater and for
Sweater.
watching the cat.
Yep.
So for Tyler Anderson, Claire Moores, the Curling Stadium crew, we will see you at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Again, on Sheet C, our feature game will be Claire Moores and Lance Wheeler against Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We will see you later today.